It's common to have some questions about taking part in a clinical trial. We want you to have as much information as you need to make the choice that's right for you.
Clinical trials are scientific studies conducted on human volunteers to learn the safety and effectiveness of new drugs or new combinations of drugs, new ways of doing surgery, radiation, and new medical devices. They also explore new ways to use existing treatments, new ways to change behaviors to improve health, and new ways to improve the quality of life for people with acute or chronic illnesses. Why should you consider taking part in a clinical trial?
To gain access to the latest treatments in development, help move medical research forward, or help save the lives of future patients.
What are some common misconceptions about clinical trials? Am I risking my health? Any risk involved in a clinical trial will be clearly explained to you before you participate. All clinical trials have been thoroughly reviewed by the Institutional Review Board to ensure the risks are clearly described. Clinical trials at the KU Cancer Center are approved and monitored by an Institutional Review Board, or IRB. It is an independent committee of physicians, statisticians, and community members who ensure the clinical trials are ethical and that the rights of participants are protected. Will I be treated like a guinea pig? You will not be treated like a guinea pig if you choose to join a clinical trial. Everyone on a trial gets all of the standard tests and procedures, and on a clinical trial, there are often extra tests and procedures that are done. Will I get a placebo instead of medication? A placebo is a treatment that does not contain actual medicine. It is unethical to give someone a placebo instead of a treatment that is known to work. The only time you may receive a placebo is if it is in combination with active medications or after all standard treatments have been given. Will my medical information become public? Your personal and medical information will be kept confidential. Information that is needed for the clinical trial is put on special forms and is only shared with people who analyze the study results. Are clinical trials safe? Guidelines are in place to protect patients and healthy volunteers. Before enrolling in a clinical trial, you will sign an informed consent document. This is how you will learn key facts about a clinical trial before you decide to participate, and you can quit at any time. Which questions should you ask your doctor or care team about taking part in a clinical trial? Does this study directly relate to the type of cancer I have? What is the purpose of this study? What are my risks and benefits to participating? What kind of therapies, tests, and procedures will I have during the trial? Do I have to pay to take part in the trial? What are some alternatives to clinical trials? There is no additional charge to participate in a clinical trial at the KU Cancer Center. However, you are still financially responsible for your medical costs related to your cancer that are not only done for the clinical trial. You will still have the chance to speak with the study team and a financial counselor to get more information about what is covered by the trial and what is covered by you and your insurance. How should you talk to your family and friends about clinical trials? Discuss why you want to take part in a clinical trial.
By participating in a clinical trial, you have access to potential treatments not available elsewhere.
So I participated in a clinical trial. Once I learned, when you hear those words, you have cancer, you're immediately gripped by fear. But then once you come to the realization that you're looking at treatment plans, I was highly interested in learning about what other options there were in addition to my standard of care treatment plan. For me, it was just another opportunity, pathway to understand what else could be available for me in terms of treatment.
You should talk openly about the benefits and risks of clinical trials. It could be playing an active role in your own healthcare, having access to new treatments, and also helping others. You should address potential side effects and the treatment potentially not working as expected. Be ready to answer some standard questions from your loved ones. What is a clinical trial? How will we know if it's working? Will your doctor still take care of you? Does this mean more doctor's appointments? How much does this cost? Will you get a placebo? You can also give them a better understanding of how clinical trials work by sharing this video with them.
There are many reasons why anybody would want to participate in a clinical trial. One is that, it does help researchers and our clinicians find better and new ways to treat cancer. I think that at the end of the day, there are better outcomes when you participate in a clinical trial. There's proof points around that, and I believe that it's just giving you options you want to have, and you want to know all of your options when you're facing a diagnosis like that.
To find out more about clinical trials, go to kucancercenter.org/cancer-clinical-trials or call 913-588-1227.